What is up, YouTube? NYKia31 here. Hope everyone had, first of all, a wonderful Christmas holiday.
It is time for some real football.
Full of food, presents, and family. And if you're like me, you're enjoying a lot of holiday downtime and just lounging on a little holiday siesta. And what better way to spend a holiday downtime with a little football, actually a whole lot of football, a little bit of NBA, and a little bit of gaming here and there. Football gaming in this particular case, and bringing you an APF 2K8 lobby game. What I wanted to do here, and this is still a very fun aspect of APF, is just throwing together team ideas. I wanted to put together a run and shoot. And I'm talking about one with a purpose. Any chimpanzee can throw together a bunch of gold and silver receivers and a tight end. Usually Rice, Ben Coates, or Ditka, Maynard, blah blah blah, and just chuck the ball around. But I wanted to have a balanced, sensible team with defined roles. So of course, gonna roll with the run and shoot. You gotta have Mr. Warren Moon, Charlie Taylor, and Cliff Branch, my two deep vertical outside threats, and Rob Moore as my possession back, and Sweetness as my super back for his leadership, and also, he's Walter freaking Payton. I love Walter Payton. He can do pretty much whatever I need him to do, so that is that. How about that Drew Brees, eh? I'll get into that a little bit later on when I do a Madden video about Drew Brees, the NFL, and the NFL season to date. But in this game, I just wanted to talk about a couple of things, really. And, the first thing that comes immediately to mind is, once again, I'm just really puzzled by the way 2K football is treated like holy scripture. I mean, it's a game, people. It's a game. That's not a bad game. I've said this a million times before, but people tend to lose, all kinds of perspective about, the game and its place and whatnot. And I think I know the reason why. Part of the reason is the old saying, absence makes the heart grow fonder. And, you have that aspect of it. You do have people that, legitimately just don't really like the way Madden feels and plays to them, and they would prefer to play something else. That's fine and good. You also have the Crusaders, who, if you don't have Madden to talk about, what would you talk about? So you got a whole bunch of things at work there. But, the thing with me is that I just don't understand the whole mentality of, how the 2K football game is this holy shrine to everything simulation that, only reason why you would like Madden or play Madden is because you like the cheese and glitch, and 2K is for the true sim heads, yada 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 yada. Trust me, you can glitch and cheese 2K up, until the cows go home. It's a video game. It's just the way it is. As a matter of fact, most of the people that still play this game either know the game inside and out, or is rampant cheesers. For example, if I wanted to, I can come out in a 5-2 defense, regardless of what formation you are in, and make it pretty much impossible for you to throw anything but a screen pass or the glitched fade route. And of course, everyone pretty much plays this game the same way. They load up on offense. Gold tight end, gold receivers, silver receivers. Usually one or two route gods. Workhorse back, usually almost always Natron Mean. Pretty much everyone who plays this game plays it the exact same way. And there's a very good reason they do that. It's because the game, especially in the lobby world, rewards a certain style of play. And it's a style of play that favors the offense. Like you see here, this is a combination of my fault and the game's fault. I should have never clicked off Tatum, but the reason why I did was because I thought the guy was going to be sacked. But you saw my pass rusher strafe in front of Randall Cunningham and allowed him to get that pass off. That does not happen in Madden. And just in general, this game is heavily weighted toward the offense, because the game does not bail people out for not reading coverage correctly due to a slew of dropped and INT chances. I think I get one here pretty soon. Or, Terry McDaniel picks one off. But again, all he was doing there was saying, okay, I'm throwing this ball to Mike Ditka no matter what. And more often than not in All Pro Football 2K8, that works. That's the reason why people play like that. Bombs away, throw the ball deep downfield. If you want a good way to beat some people in All Pro Football 2K8 relatively, stress-free, just run the ball and pass the ball short. Because no one plays the intermediate or short routes. You can throw underneath in All Pro Football 2K8 against most people in the lobby games, all day long. Because again, everyone just throws long. But, I do a pretty good job of replicating a run and shoot with my little Hawaii Warriors theme here. And good old Warren Moon, a little double post there. They have a couple of authentic run and shoot style plays. They have like a Z-Go play, which is a bootleg, 60-go type run and shoot play. I have to do a hot route here and there in order to replicate, other run and shoot plays like slide, choice, streak option, things of that variety. But staying true to the shoot, I stay 4 wide all the time. And again, another dropped INT. And it goes pretty well. I like this team. I like this team a lot. Here comes Clyde Simmons. And he's one of these guys that doesn't seem to understand that there's more than 3 or 4 pass plays he could call. And also, another one of my pet peeves is, if you notice, he has Christian Okoye, who's a workhorse running back, and he never once ran the ball with him. Strange game, but it's still fun. See, I'm the opposite. Some people view, like the Sim Standard, for example, they like to make the claim that Madden is a game for casuals and not for the serious simulation heads. I'm the opposite. All Pro Football 2K8 is my casual game, and Madden and NCAA is my serious, I want to win game. But, different strokes for different folks, I guess. And the reason for that I've gone through before. I'm not going to bore you guys with that again. I believe that from top to bottom, NCAA and Madden, provide a more stable, sane, and better playing football experience. Another dropped INT. Or another dropped INT chance, I should say. I mean, the game is 17-6, and it's going to end up a fairly close score, but the score isn't indicative of, you know, the game. I pretty much had control of this game. I never really thought I was going to lose it. But, you know, one of the biggest flaws in the game is that it just does not punish you for not knowing how to read a defense. Because the gold and silver offensive receiver or tight end, you know, has the ability to catch the ball over bodies and usually catch the ball over bodies of, you know, comparably tiered defenders. Like you can see Willie Brown, a gold corner, wig out in pass coverage just as easily as you would see a bronze or generic corner. It happens, you know, pretty regularly, which is part of the reason why I usually don't invest in, you know, corners when I put together an APF, you know, 2K8 team. But yeah, you know, like I was saying, I'm pretty much the opposite of the Sim Standard. This is my casual football game, and NCAA 12 and Madden are my go-to players, so to speak. Because honestly, too many things go wrong in this game that would drive me up the wall if I still played it competitively. I just play this game, you know, for fun and to make, you know, highlight reels. I don't really care about win-loss record anymore because a lot of times you fall victim to a litany of bugs that leaves someone either wide open to catch a touchdown or causes someone to animate themselves out of the play to give up a touchdown.
It looks like they're going for two.
Fury are attempting a two-point conversion.
But that's pretty much it as far as this game goes. Not a bad run and shoot squad. Pretty happy with it.
He's in for the two-point conversion.
And don't really know how many games I'll play with it this week, as, you know, online franchise is going to pick back up again now that the Christmas weekend is over. And I'm in the middle of a couple of online dynasty seasons, and I want to crank out some more NCAA 12 spread playbook breakdowns. I'm done with Iowa State. I've used that playbook for a little bit now, and I'll post a video or two of me using that playbook. I'm talking about all the goodies that's in that one. So I'll talk to you all later. Peace.
Continue to run. It'll be fourth down.
They get the first, and they also took advantage of
the Fury take a timeout. That's their final one.
However, they can still run out the clock here.
Second down. The clock is stopped at 51.
The Fury, 25 yards.
Takes it for his 11th carry, and he's stopped. The clock continues to run.
That brings up third down, and it also will take another chunk of time off the clock.
One in the books. Let's take it. For my partner, Peter.